Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to take a look at a wireless keyboard solution for the iPad Pro 10.5, and this is the IE Grow. Let's check it out. So finding a keyboard solution that for your iPad Pro that simulates laptop type of experience is hard to come by. And also finding one that's going to do a decent job of protecting your iPad Pro is also really important. So I wanted to share with you the F360 from IE Grow because it has some really nice features that I think that really hit on a lot of these key points. First of all, it is a clamshell design, and the material is a combination of aluminum alloy with ABS material. It does have the keyboard is lit, which you'll see in a second, so a 7-color LED, 360 degree rotation, and the keyboard is well laid out so that you can maximize your typing experience. So let's take a closer look at it. So let's take a look at some of the specs here. So Bluetooth up to 10 meters distance, but you're going to have your iPad connected to it anyway, so that doesn't really matter. It is going to take about 2 hours to charge the battery fully. 500 milliamp hour battery capacity, long life battery. You do have continuous work time up to 5 hours and 180 hours without the backlit keyboard, so that's really good. And it really doesn't add that much weight to your iPad, 1.67 pounds, so a little bit over a pound and a half. It is available in multiple colors that are going to match your iPad. The one that we're going to be looking at today is black. Now in the box you're going to find your keyboard clamshell case solution. You do have a micro USB charging cable, user guide or instruction guide, and then also a little client set card. Let's take a closer look at the keyboard. Alright, so now take a closer look at the keyboard. I'll go ahead and open this up. Wipe this down. It does have a piano black finish to it, and well, as you see right here, it does pick up fingerprints pretty easily. So what you're going to do is in this area right here, you're going to put your iPad, obviously, but then focusing on the keyboard itself. Keyboard has some little rubberized feet here that are going to protect the screen from your iPad so that as it comes down, you don't have to worry about it getting scratched. Keyboard, it's a QWERTY keyboard, and you'll notice that it has a lot of what you would expect out of a Apple type keyboard. So you have your control option and command keys. You do have some media controls up here in the very top. So this is your volume, your fast forward, your forward, back, brightness controls, your home button. So this has really been optimized to work for the iPad and just the iOS ecosystem. You also notice that you have your enter return button, and the keys are nicely spaced. So you notice that the gap between the keys are really nicely placed, and it has a clicky feel to it. So it's not like the new iPad, or not so much the iPad, but the MacBook Pros that have kind of those keys that don't click too much. These feel really nice, and the spacing is really good too. So this should be easy to touch type with. Over here on the side, you'll notice that you do have some controls. Make sure that we can see that right there. And we'll put this in an angle. So you do have your off-on switch, and then you have your charging port. On this side, there isn't really anything here. And then, as we mentioned, we'll zoom out. You can rotate this, and the neat thing about it is if as it rotates, you can use your iPad in your traditional tablet mode. So let's check it out. Alright, so as we look at all of the cutouts, first thing you'll notice is that the camera cutouts are nicely aligned. Here you have your Apple logo, pinhole mic. On the bottom you have your speaker grill, charging port. On the top here you have your pinhole mic again, charging port, your headphone jack, and obviously your power switch and volume rocker. Everything is nicely protected as well. So what you'll notice is that even at this angle, those buttons do not get accidentally pressed if you put this, for example, in a briefcase or in your bag, which I really like. The one thing it does not have, and I didn't see anywhere, is support for your Apple Pencil. So if you do have one, there's no storage for it. So that's not so much a negative, but it's just want to make sure that you guys know that. When we open this up, let's look at the experience. So here you have a little groove that you can put your finger in, like just like this, and then you open it up, and here is your iPad. I'll put this in an angle right here. Your iPad and the keyboard here. Given the fact that mine is a black, it looks really sharp. It looks like just one black laptop or mobile device with a keyboard. Really hard for someone, if they were just to look at it initially, for them to even know that it's an iPad. Let's take a look at how the keyboard lights and how it works. Alright, so you can get the full effect of the keyboard. I turned off my studio lights and only have one backlight source on. So I'm going to flip on the switch. You can see how cool this looks. So you have this really nice, cool red light that comes up over here on the side. And the keyboard immediately goes into kind of like a sleep mode just to make sure that you don't really use up all the batteries. So what I wanted to show you is kind of like the different colors that you get. So you do have purple. And you can set up different intensities. I hope that, so see if you can see that coming through. You have, this is kind of like a teal. Turn it on and off. Again, you can continue, this is red, and you can make it, you know, again, brighter, switch through. Here's a green, a blue, and again, the different intensities that you can go through. Yellow, kind of a lavender, purple kind of color. And this is kind of like a white color. Very, very nice looking. And it's, you don't really see it up front. So as you can see it right there, it kind of disappears. But as you look at it in an angle, and again, this is going to light up the keys as you need them. You can see how nicely lit they look. It's really going to make it really easy to use this, especially if you're in a plane or you're in a classroom, or you know, just in a lecture hall that doesn't have really good lighting and you want to be able to see what you're typing. Nice overall clickiness, also really nice responsiveness on the iPad. No issues whatsoever. It's a Bluetooth keyboard, no issues with responsiveness, and it just feels good given the the 10.5 screen size of the iPad Pro. This feels good. So this is just a little bit smaller than a standard laptop, but the travel of my fingers going across the screens are really, really good. So guys, that concludes our review of the iEgrow wireless keyboard case for the iPad Pro 10.5. Again, gives you laptop-like experience with a light background that you can adjust, and it protects your iPad too. So thanks for watching. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button on the side. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment area. See you in the next one.